très rapidement. So, Jonathan, I'm just going to introduce myself very quickly, and then I'm going to pass the mic to Ishan. And then when Ishan is going to be over, he's going to pass the mic to you. So just to make sure, guys, that whenever you speak, just speak slowly and get breaks in between the sentences, because there will be someone translating. So just make sure you don't talk too fast, and make sure that you get breaks so we can have our translator that will translate in French. Directement avec Jonathan. So Jonathan, we're going to start with you because Ishan has some problem with the connection. He just sent me a message. So by the time he's going to be back, he's going to be able to go over his information. So we're going to start with you. Mo, please help me welcome Mr. Jonathan Morgan.
Salut la compagnie. That's about the amount of French that I know. Hello, everybody. My name is John Morgan. I'm the Director of Education, and I'm the live trader and educator here at MELiUS. And I want to go over a couple things today. Actually, I want to show you. I want to share my screen if I can do that, because this will make a lot more sense if I can show you. Are you able to see that screen?
Tout le monde voit l'écran? Yes, Jonathan, we can see it.
Excellent. All right, so something that we've done just recently is we've actually, let me change it over here. There we go. Is now we have on the front page, you can select your language. And let me preface everything by saying that what we are doing at MELiUS, nobody is doing in the MLM industry, and nobody is doing in the trading industry. This is an amazing, amazing service we've got going here. And so if I click on the English side here, you're going to see that the educational materials all enclosed in here for Forex and crypto blockchain. And then I do 3 live sessions a day, one for cryptocurrencies, one for Forex basics, and then one for traders who are already traders, the GoPro sessions. And from this page, clients will be able to just come here and click to view, and it'll pull up the live stream page. And included in here is if you can't be here for a session for whatever reason, I upload all of these sessions, and so they're available for everybody to view at any time. And the live sessions are excellent education opportunities. They're an hour long. We get a lot of great feedback from folks, a lot of participation. It's a fantastic time. Nobody else is offering 3 hours of live education a day. In addition to the educational side of things, we also have a suite of services that we have available already and that we are continuing to add to. So one of the things that we're getting out there very soon is the cloud alert, analyzer for Forex traders. And so what this alert does is, if you're familiar with trading and the Ichimoku system, there's 3 different time periods here: a daily, a 4-hour, and a 1-hour. And I'm a GAN-based trader, but I use the Ichimoku system to kind of do my intraday trading and some of my short-term trading. And one of the things that's an issue with really trading any Forex pair is the amount of time that it takes to plan a trade or analyze what you can trade. And so what the alert program is going to do, and Hassan will be able to show you much more clearly, is that as certain conditions within the system are met, it will plot out and send out an alert that will notify you saying that these amount of conditions have been met for a probable trade. And it's a very profitable system. This is a system that is actually, I teach to new traders and to current traders who are unfamiliar with it. And so we're taking a system that we're teaching, and we're also implementing live trading and implementing a tool that helps reduce the amount of analysis time that it takes to trade. And the most recent trade alert that we're planning, I really hate the word alert, but it's the best word I can use for now, is I've just finished live testing a new strategy that is proprietary to MELiUS. It's called the BRIC strategy, and that is going to be sent over to Hassan. We're going to work on it here very, very shortly, but this one has been a very profitable system already. We've had about 5 trades done on it in the last 2 weeks. And the alerts that we send out on the iGoTrade app are used doing these. And I also want to talk about that app too. The app is, Hassan's really going to blow your mind when he tells you what he's doing. That man is a technology genius. He's crazy awesome. Like, I don't know how to explain how smart he is, but like, there's some people you meet that you just feel like an idiot around them because they're so smart. That Hassan is one of those guys. So I have gone through the trials and tribulations of trading before. I know what kind of misery it is. And so I'm very familiar with what the word trade alert sounds like. It is a very, very bad word, because I'm sure if anybody here who has ever tried trading has at one point tried an alert or signal service, and I bet you just lost money using it. And our alerts are different than everybody else's because ours are analyst driven, meaning there is a person behind the screen, yours truly, sending out the alerts. And the alerts, this is actually just brand new. This is absolutely fascinating because nobody else does this. Is that when an alert goes out now, I've seen this happen. It's automatically translated into 20 languages. Additionally, the live sessions that I do, Hassan's going to tell you about it. I don't want to be stepping on his toes, but eventually you'll be able to watch the live sessions that I'm doing on the app itself. And I could talk about trading over and over, but I really do need to talk about the MLM side of this, the what this is and why it's so important, why it's so powerful. Nobody has so in Forex industry, people are either giving education, and it's generally all bad and wrong, or they're giving signals and they're generally all just unprofitable and losing money. MELiUS has all of it under one roof, and there is nothing, literally nothing out there like what MELiUS is providing right now. It is. I mean, I'm not just saying that as a pitch line. As a trader, I'm fascinated that there's not something like this out there, but now there is, and it's us. And it's really hard for me to get across calmly and without going full nerd mode how awesome the trade app is and our site and the signal services and everything else under that ecosystem. And man, I hope I'm not missing anything here. Man, this is going to be so crazy once it gets so much bigger. It's going to be fascinating. This is going to take over this industry, and I'm not just saying that either. It's literally going to happen. And I think that's if there's anything else I didn't touch on, if you let me know and I can expand on it too.
So first of all, thank you every single person who have joined this call. I know we had a webinar last time, and I think a lot of the things got missed in the translation. So I'm very happy to come on the call and share everything with you all again. However, this time only difference will be is that I'll be doing a live demonstration versus the last time where I showed you a bunch of images. Because I understand a lot of you probably just saying, am I just going to show you images all the time? So no, this time I'm going to show you directly everything via the Zoom. Okay, so I'm not using my laptop because, as you know, the connection issue. So I'm using a VPN. So I'll share my phone screen, and I'm going to share everything via my phone. Okay, so if whoever's the admin, you need to give me access. Okay, I got access now. So let me share my screen. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Awesome. So let me quickly show you. You are all very lucky to be on this call because no one has seen it yet. So I'm going to show you the next version of the app that is coming by end of this month. and I'm going to show you how some of this feature works. So hold on, let me go back. Let me load the app again. So no one has access to this. This is everything running on a staging system. So as you can see on the app, those of you who are using the application right now, you can already see the difference here. And what I'm about to share with you is that this is going to change how you do your risk management entirely, and it's going to take your trading to the next level. So first of all, what we can see here is that I can see live current price of the trading pair, Australian dollar and JPY. Now, this gives you a lot of advantage here, is that you could easily see what is the status of this particular strategy that has been sent. And on the right, you can see how well this particular strategy is doing before you even try to trade or even take that trade and use your MT4 to trade that particular strategy. As you can see from the take profit, you can easily see how many pips the take profit is, the first target. And then you can also see the status in terms of how well this trade is doing. And you can easily make decision by looking at the market, you don't even have to switch between your MT4 to see what is the status. Everything is all in one within the application. And you don't even have to rely on educators or traders to tell them what to do, what not to do, when to open a trade, when to close a trade. You are given with the right information and the right stats to make a very much educated decision. As you can see, this one, remember, this is all a test strategy that I've sent. Of course, these are not exactly real, so of course, everything is working according to the market. So do not take this as if these are the strategies was given to the people, but this is only for live demonstration purpose. As you can see, for example, GBP Australian dollar is doing 7 pips at the moment, and the target profit is 111 pips. So, you can make a very much educated decision what you want to do, whether you want to take the trade or whether you want to wait and see how well the trade does. As you can see right away, it just hit 9 pips. Yeah, so this is all real time. We have worked really, really hard to create this solution. This is something not many organizations have. This is something that we have created in-house, and it took a lot of time and effort to create this. And this is just the beginning. I'm not going to mention the other updates. Once I have it, I'm going to show it to you. And this will take your trading confidence from 100% of what you have now to 200%, because we will include some other features that will give you much more visibility in terms of whether you want to take a particular trade or not, and things like that. One of the important thing I understand from the trading is all about when it comes to taking the trade, you just need to know how to place the trade also. But if you have all the tools and everything is automated when it comes to like finding out what should be the lot size or how much should be your risk, etc., it would be nice if you have some sort of tool that will allow you to make the decision very quickly. This is why we created the lot position size calculator. It's one of the simplest and easiest that is out there, and this is something we have worked really hard to make. Now, before I show you the demonstration, now that's one way to get access to the lot. So we thought, instead of you just going and then going to the tools and then typing everything by yourself, or if we make this much more easier, much more user-friendly, and we added lot size calculator next to every single strategy that we sent. Yeah. So if you look at quickly where it says, I'm not sure if you can see this, the calculator icon on the right. If you tap on this, what's this going to do is that it's going to load everything for you. Like, for example, the currency trade that we have sent is automatically added, right? It's going to add this stop loss automatically also. All you have to do is type your account balance, whatever the amount that you're going to trade with. You know, I have seen also many type of systems out there, and you still have to do a lot of manual process. Like, for example, if your account currency is different than your trading pairs, then you'll have to enter the current live price by yourself, and you have to go to Google and get the price and then enter here. But we all made this automated for you.
Donc, on a déjà vu aussi d'autres systèmes où on pouvait aller calculer notre risque, mais il fallait changer beaucoup de choses manuellement. Donc, ici, ce qu'on a fait, on a vraiment rendu tout automatique.
And once you have set your account balance, the risk, whatever the risk you want to take, and you just tap on calculate, and that's it. And you can easily see the results here. As you can see, the amount is all 100% accurate. We've been testing that a lot, and it's working perfectly. Okay. There are a few other things I want to share with lot size calculator, but I think it's going to take long. Sometimes when you're changing the pairs, and let's just say your account currency is 0, it might say 0 here, right? And what we want you to do is send us some feedback saying, I would like this currency to be added. And what we're going to do is that we're going to add it to our database, and next time this will be automatic, because there are so many combinations when it comes to calculating currencies for different accounts and things like that. So as we grow, as we get the feedback, we will keep on adding those pairs so that this becomes automatic completely. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much into this anymore. What I want to cover next is I want to address this one particular confusion that a lot of you had, is that what the heck this close mean? You know, this has confused a lot of people, and I understand, and I'm going to address this today. Okay, so we understand is that sometimes the term close can be vague. It could mean the target has reached and the trade has closed, stop loss has hit and the trade has been closed. So it could mean many things. And sometimes when you experience, you understand what it is, especially for new people, we understand it's a confusion. So we'll completely eliminate this label called close, and we'll introduce something much more easier for everyone to understand. Now, just to point out is that close issue, the issue you have with close is already resolved since the introduction of the live currency and 10 pips, the live pips calculation and things like that. Because you as a person, you don't have to look up whether the trade has been closed or not. You could just make a decision based on where the market is, based on the data you're receiving. So that already eliminates the issue, but we're going to make this much more simplified. So we're going to introduce, I think it's about 5 types of label. So the first one is active, means the trade is currently up and running. The second one is won, means the trade has been won. So if there's a target has hit, you'll see a tick box here, the target has been hit. Well, whether it's a 2 target or 3 targets. And then you have stop loss hit, and then you have the pending label. So this will really give you the clarity what's really happening. Yeah, okay, so let me repeat it again. So you have the active, means the trade is currently running. Okay, you have pending, means the trade that has not even taken place, so it hasn't reached the market price yet. It's a pending trade. And then you have the won, means like when the trade has been won, when it reaches at least one target, the label will show won. I just want to say, let me see if I can add screen right. Okay, so it's just going to say something like 1. Okay. And then you have SL hit, means if the stop loss hit, that label will show up. And I think that's pretty much the 5, isn't it? I covered. Yep. So as you can understand, is that even without those labels, you can easily understand what's really happening. You know, you have all the data in tip of your fingers. And the other updates, other update is that we got emails and feedback from some people, is that we sometimes don't get the notification. So we have implemented a very special feature. What it's going to do is that it's going to look at your whatever your phone is, and it will automatically check whether your notification is actually on or off, and it will tell you if it is off, and it will ask you to turn it on. Okay, and also we worked on a new technology, and if you look at most of the applications that's out there, is that when you receive a notification, it's literally just an icon somewhere on the top, and you always do not see all the notification. So what we implemented is called high priority notification. Means your screen will flash, right, automatically. The notification will pop up even though your phone is locked, so that you get alert in real time and quickly. And if you're just browsing or doing something else, it's just going to pop up on your screen in a very prominent fashion, so that you see that there's a signal or there's a strategy that has been sent. Now, we understand that 70% of our users, based on our analytics, we can see spending time on their phone primarily. So we have introduced something called mastery on the iGo trade. So as I was saying, we have, a lot of you have access to MELiUS Node. A lot of you go through the Forex education, crypto education, or whatever the education as a beginner, as someone new. And sometimes you're not always on your laptop to get the full experience. Sometimes you're on the phone. So we decided to bring that experience of MELiUS Node, the education, into the iGo trade to one platform. The difference is that now it's more specific to topics like Forex and crypto. And then we have much more specific like categories, like what is a lot, understanding basing of Forex, understanding pips, things like that, to give you much more granular understanding of that respective market that you're trying to learn. This way, if you're someone new or someone who has some experience, everything is placed in iGo Trade. You have access to the lot size calculator, you have access to the strategies, you have access to all the analysis that's being sent, and at the same time, you could just get educated on the go on your phone with all the educational content, all the videos provided. Now, as you can see that this list of videos and education like Forex, crypto, soon we'll be introducing other different markets. This will continue to grow. And we have also recently launched, the update has been released already for the Android. iOS is on the approval phase at the moment, is that we have introduced 14 major languages on the app. We have translated everything from push notifications to all the other trading details. And now I would request any of you who speak any of those languages, if you see that there's probably a translation, maybe not that 100% accurate to trading terms, you can always send us a feedback, and we'll really appreciate that, and we'll get this amended in case if you see something. Right. And I'm not sure this has been covered or has been spoken about. So on the next update, what's going to happen is that, as you know, individual like John Morgan himself will be sending many different notifications. Then we have other individuals like Kevin, so on, will be sending like description. And we do not have this information because we can't predict what they're going to type. And hence we can't really translate that because it's not a static information, but rather dynamic. As you know that we as a company really specialize in a very specific technology that we focus on. So we have introduced AI and machine learning for our dynamic language translation. And how this works is that every time they are sending, let's just say John is writing in an English description, of course, about analysis, what's going to happen is that our AI is going to look at the translation, and it's going to translate it the most accurate as possible. Now, it's not going to be 100% correct because of the trading language and the trading terms that we use. That's why That's where the machine learning will kick in. So as our educators, when they write analysis, what's going to happen is going to first give them a preview of all the translations. And if they see any error maybe on particular terminologies, they would just need to correct that. And what's going to happen is the machine will learn what they have written. And it's going to take that information and it will save it. And next time what's going to happen, this will be automatically added. So that is always accurate and is very authentic to the trading terms in your own native language. Okay, so I do not have all the other screens with me right now. There's many more updates, so I'll only tell you once I can show you preview, but I'll just tell you that we're going to introduce the live stream very soon on iGoTrade so that you can directly stream and everything from the iGoTrade itself. Idea is to bring everything in iGoTrade. That's our ultimate mission. Okay, so let me quickly show you. So this is what the Trader Tools platform looks like. It's on my phone, guys, so you're unable to see the full experience as on desktop. But let me just quickly go through with it. Okay, so this is what the platform looks like. And if I quickly tap on here, if I click on tools, as you can see, the cloud analyzer is there. Mr. John Morgan is the person who worked on that specific strategy. And we are currently doing a lot of back testing to make sure that everything is showing accurately. And can you still see my screen? Because I think it's not.
Yes, we can.
Okay, you can see it. That's great. Okay. So if you can see here quickly, as you can see, these are the entry point that is showing on the chart. And if I quickly open up so this is a lot of testing that we didn't. We're going to show you the Ichimoku system in a bit. Let me quickly go back. If I quickly scroll down, because it's on the phone, it can be. Hold on. So as you can see here, the strategies here, and you can see the brokers. We'll have many different brokers. When I say broker, it's just we're saying that the prices and the accuracy of the spread are matched with those brokers. It doesn't mean that it's somehow trading or doing something like that. And here you will be able to select this symbol. We're able to select different currency pairs this particular strategy support. You will also able to see the time frame this strategy is running on. And here on the left, you'll be able to see all the active running strategies that has been produced by Cloud Analyzer. And if you tap on the icon on the right, it's going to show you in a much more details, like price, lots, take profit, stop loss, and things like that. And you can, of course, filter different types of strategies and things like this that we added here. You can search. You can see the history and things like this. And if I click on select, what it's going to do is, because I'm on my phone, it's going to take me directly on the chart where this chart was actually, where this strategy was actually produced by the Cloud Analyzer. And it's going to take you and it's going to show you exactly where it is. So if I quickly, if I'm not sure if I added here already. Sorry, let me quickly. Okay. Okay, that's done. And if I quickly full screen this, and here you'll able to see the Ichimoku. With this gonna be all added. This is just, as I mentioned, that this is, I'm just doing it for demonstration purpose, but you will able to see the Ichimoku patterns on the chart directly. And if the night mode is too much for you, you can just switch here. Okay, I prefer the night mode, so I try to use that. But yeah, we are adding some fancy stuff on the side to make
Donc,
things for you all. So one of the things I just want to emphasize, guys, is that most of our time we spend developing technology like this is not necessarily on the tool itself, but rather the backend, the platform, the engine that's going to power all these different tools. Because now we can add any strategies we want into this platform. So we are trying to make things simple. We don't want to create like, if we have 5 tools, that means you have access to 5 different sites. And we don't want to make things complicated. We want to keep things as simple in one place as possible. We'll be connecting our iGo Trade also here. We will be able to see all the strategies, iGo Trade stats and things like that later on. But currently our focus is to bring all the unique tools available as part of the roadmap. And then we'll be adding all the other communication tools within the platform. So there are many things I would like to discuss in terms of what's coming. I'm gonna keep them as surprise once we finish and implementing those key features. And let's talk about release date, right? Release in terms of the platform is ready. It's ready to go. Anyone can come in. What's being worked on currently is tools like Cloud Analyzer. We are testing, doing the back testing, making sure everything is accurate as much as possible. That's where we're spending time. In terms of a platform, it's ready to go. So I would say by mid of May this month, I estimate that this will be released, the Cloud Analyzer, and along with two more tools, two more very, very powerful tools that we're going to release. I believe one of them is Renko, which is of course with John. And there's another specific tools that we're going to add. That's really going to change the game. And I know, guys, I'm very much excited whenever I'm getting something created and I share all the images, screenshot. Like in January, I showed you this. Do you guys, I mean, whoever was in the retreat, I showed you this, but it was not developed at that time. But a lot of people, some people said, yeah, it's great. Some people said, oh, okay, it's just a picture you're showing us. You know, love the messages I received, you know, great ones, some good ones. But you know, it's here, it's live at the moment. So it's not just on the images, it's all real. So there is many more updates that are coming, and there's one more huge platform that we're working on. I'm not gonna say it right now. Once it's gonna be ready to launch, once it's ready for me to show, I'm gonna show it to you all. But that's gonna change the paradigm in the financial market. It's a very comprehensive platform that we are working on, and I just can't wait to share with you guys once it's ready. Okay, I can go all night today, but I need to catch something else right now. So that's it for me, guys. If you have any questions, you know, we can spend another 5 minutes if you want. If you have any specific question, or Hamza, Mehdi, if you want me to cover something else, please let me know.
Jonathan, I'm going to give you about 5 to 10 minutes because we're short on time. But if you can maybe just quickly share how much important all what Ishan showed us can help them with their strategy and their trading. And also you can share what you spoke to me yesterday about and your strategy.
Hello, thank you for having me again. One of the things I wanted to go over real quick was the new strategy, and then actually give out a free trade signal to everybody in here, because that brick strategy is one we used actually today. And it's those of you who are traders already. So the brick strategy stands for Bollinger RSI Composite Index. If you're unfamiliar with the composite index, it would take me a while to I don't want to spend too much time with it, but the strategy that we're using is in the brick. I'll go through the 4 of them here. First is price must be trading at or against an area of support or resistance. Second is price must have bounced off of one of the extremes of the Bollinger Bands. And the third is that the composite index and the RSI must have similar structure. And so to show that I'm a trader and an analyst and not just plugging in some cheap indicators in and selling them to people as crap, I want to show the analysis that goes through this. And so on these Gann charts, the pound is trading up against an area of support.
Jonathan, we cannot see your screen.
Oh, well, let's do that quick. Okay, there we go.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
So on this Gann chart, there's the support, and the composite index and the RSI are showing a example of hidden bullish divergence. And the final part of the strategy is not included here is also fulfilled. So the trade idea here is for to go long on the pound once it gets up to 130.14. And the pound has been a good trade for us. This is a trade idea on TradingView I did back on April 18th. This is all based on Gann theory. And if we hit the play button, it'll catch up to where we are currently. And you can see how you can forecast and predict the direction and the swings price is going to take with Gann theory. And so that's just a little taste of what we do in the live sessions and the new tools that we're developing for our MELiUS customers. That is pretty much it for me. Thank you, everybody.